And by the way, congratulations for your position
Thank you
that
so
you have
much.
in the Ministry of Culture, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me about like how do you feel and what are your new duties for this position?
Sure. Actually, I'm really happy for this position because so since 12 years now, I've been working at the Ministry of Culture, and I've been organizing piano competitions, music festivals, all those years, and then I was the project manager of the first UAE National Orchestra. So now with the new position, I'm heading the Cultural Center of Abu Dhabi, and it's going to be specialized in music. So it's going to be a center that there is music education, there is master classes, there are going to be concerts focused on the talents, let's say the new talents, the young talents here. Plus, there will be a music library and music museum.
Music museum.
Yes.
And that would be, I think, the first music museum, right, in Abu Dhabi?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So it's actually really like a lot of stuff going there. So I just started, from the middle of the road, and you are like important person. You are invited to diplomatic and cultural events. You studied in Sorbonne, right?
True.
But for everyone, I ask this for everyone. Everyone has first memory, and can you share first memory when you have heard the first performance of music, or it could be at home or radio or some concert hall, that it was well fixed to your mind, that you discovered something new in your life?
Okay, so there are two different memories that I cannot forget. So the first one, maybe you will laugh at it, because what made me love classical music, Western classical music, is Tom and Jerry. So I was in love with all the music behind Tom and Jerry. So, of course, I was enjoying the cartoon, but at the same time, I was enjoying the music behind it. Then I was really lucky because in my school, we had a music teacher. She was Christian Egyptian. So this is the trick thing. So she was
That's a rare combination, actually.
Exactly. So she was, of course, oriented to classical music. And even when she was singing, it was a bit operatic.
Okay.
You know?
So like academic style,
Exactly. Right? So my first instrument, it was accordion, and I was playing Tchaikovsky, of course, arrangement for accordion, both hands, Beethoven, etc. So I was introduced to classical music with that teacher. But then let's say the focal point that made me understand the dynamic, the deep of classical music when I had my first piano class. So it was an Iraqi pianist that he was graduated from Liszt Academy, and he asked me to play for Elise Beethoven, right? And then he told me, read it and then come back to me and play it for me. So I was really happy, and I was playing it, all fortissimo. And then he told me, do you think when you want to tell a story to someone, you will say, once upon a time, or once upon a time, and then gradually, when you are going on and on, there is a dynamic behind it. So it was something really new for me. And, that sentence or small story from my teacher changed the way of thinking. And I'm really thankful because of that. Now I understand how to tell music to the audience.
You had like something like gradually understanding of music, starting from some joyful
True.
short melodies from cartoons,
Yes.
and you liked just the sound, you didn't understand what's going on, and then step by step you got interested when you saw it in your life, like actually this is instrumented, it has
Yes.
strings or keys, and it was leading you to deep understanding
Yeah.
of professionalism. It was your wish to start the music when you understood that I really like to do, and I want to spend years and maybe
Absolutely.
my life to this field.
Absolutely. I remember I was forcing my father, and I was telling him, please take me to the piano class, please, because until grade 6 in the school, after that, there are no music classes. So when I was in grade 7, I was like, no, father, you have to take me to the piano classes. So I remember that I was searching for that. I was, very thirsty for those classes.
Yeah. And they were telling like, no, you need to be a lawyer.
No,
or like
no, no, no,
something.
no. My father
It
is
was
an
not like this.
artist. No.
He's also an artist.
He
Okay.
is.
Which kind?
He's an Arabic calligrapher. So,
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
yeah, so he used to draw and paint, and then he became an Arabic calligrapher, and actually he's the first Emirati. And he always says that you have to have that passion for your hobby because it's going to be your future.
Well, you had more chance to be, because some parents can just really stop this
True.
wish, and there is when there is no, in my opinion, like no systematic educational from really like from 5, 6, 7 years old, it's really get like really hard. Do you think that it could be happening in a few years from now to make new generation to make them have more chances to try it from 5, even like preschool times?
Absolutely. The talents are everywhere, right? Then it's only the will and, let's say, the mindset of the society. It's very important because, for example, I know that most of the Emiratis 10 years ago, they weren't interested in that, but nowadays, no, I can see a lot of young pianists, for example, they are playing here and there. I saw a lot of them around 10 years old. They are performing in public and performing in the malls. So I'm really happy that the mindset is changing. We can see how important is art, not only on the country or the society, but also individually. I noticed that the number of Emiratis, for example, increased between the audience in the concerts, not like
Yeah,
10
that's true.
years
I
ago.
noticed that too. I noticed that too. That's
Absolutely.
true.
So I'm really happy that this is changing positively. I always enjoy singing in different languages. So, for example, if I'm going to Latvia, I'm going to sing a song in Latvian, for example.
Well, I'm sure they will be very happy because it's not really like common language in the planet. It's a really small country.
True.
And it's not like, for example, like Spanish, where like half of the world officially speaks Spanish.
Absolutely. And I enjoy even after the concert when the audience, they come to me and then they're asking me, oh, you can speak the language, and they're surprised when I'm telling them, no, I don't. So I enjoy that so much. I sang more than 13 languages.
13?
Yes.
Can you name all of this? Or you already like...
Of course. So I sang, of course, Arabic, English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Polish, Russian, now Latvian, Mandarin. It was really difficult, most difficult.
So you went to China?
No, it was the New Year, actually, the Chinese, yes,
okay.
At Dubai Opera. And I sang a Chinese song, actually, in Mandarin. And when I started to sing the first phrase, they started to clap. you know, the feelings. Oh, I was so into the song and the performance because you can
Well, I can
see
imagine that. It's like
exactly.
the same thing. Like it's really of like I mean, when you tell like Italian, of course, like German, the thousands of operas and
True,
the arias that they did. And even like other European languages they're used to. And
true.
Mandarin, is this like actually? I always forget. Is this like the traditional? It's not the traditional Chinese.
No,
It's like
yes,
the most hard
the
Chinese
more,
that even not
yeah,
every Chinese
yeah.
can learn. There is like five. When I saw the alphabet, it's actually not as alphabet. It's like 5,000 of letters.
You
Or
know, usually when I learn a song, it takes for me between 2 days, like the French, for example, to know it by heart, or maximum 1 week, like Russian or the Czech or the Polish. But the Mandarin, it took 1 month
for
of
one song, for one song,
yes, yes. So I started to study at the beginning because I can hear that there are a lot of sha
the
and
language.
yes, sha and cha, and it's all the same for me, you know. So I started to watch those videos on YouTube where is the position of the tongue, if it's up or in the middle, etc. What is, you know, the difference between this letter and that letter. I enjoyed it, but it was the hardest, to be honest, the hardest language.
Did you take a tutor as well, or you just like trying
No,
to
no, I
understand
was
by
just
yourself?
by myself, and of course, and then I was recording to Chinese, of course, friends. I sent them, and they were like, "Oh my God, you even sing better than Chinese people themselves." And I was like, "Okay, hopefully."
Oh, that's a good critics.
Yes.
Did you see some? Were you able to see some common sounds to Arabic?
I think most of the letters are in the Arabic, like the sha, sa, cha. Maybe the only, for example, alphabet or letter is the nya. It's not in the
Yeah, I
Arabic.
heard that one. Yes.
Yes, but I can pronounce it because, again, my third language is Indonesian. And in Indonesian language, there is the nya. So, so it's easy for me, right? So I can, you know, that's why maybe I can pronounce easily most of the languages.
So you said third language. You mean
Yeah,
like that
so
you
my mother,
speak?
yes, my mother is Indonesian.
So you mean third after English?
Exactly.
So, which you understand
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you can write and read.
Yes.
And so, and you said that, so your next concert in Latvia, do you perform with orchestra? You perform with the piano? What's this
Yeah,
recital about?
it's well, actually, it's a very private event, and I'm going to perform with accompanist, pianist,
With the local Latvian pianist,
Latvian.
right?
Yes.
Once more, you said me that you have like Brazil, when Latvia, we remember you have Brazil, Jordan, you mentioned, and then Oval,
Yes.
and I'm sure that you performed, well, you performed in Russia. By the way, congratulations for the
Thank you.
latest award you get there.
Bravo. Yes.
Actually, my aunt, she's working there, and my father, before he was working
Oh
in Bolshoi
wow.
Theater
Oh
as well.
wow.
So she's like, she was sending me the pictures, like, do you know her? So of course I know. She's from UAE, so we
It's a
know each other.
dream. It's a dream. It was, you know, when
It was very nice event.
yeah, the whole thing. I was in paradise. That's it.
Did you like the orchestra?
I loved everything about it. I mean, I love Russia and I love everything about it. It's very cultured, you know, full of art, rich music. I just love
I'm
Russia.
glad to hear that personally. You perform with a lot of orchestras, and if we get back to the development of classical musical industry here, do you see also the demand to build a state symphony orchestra here? Because for now, unfortunately, there is many orchestras, but despite the fact how they call themselves, but they are like more client orientated. We have rumors. I also live here 8 years. I always hear the rumors that we will build some state orchestra. So how close we are to have a state symphony orchestra of United Arab Emirates?
It's very close. They just they're hiring now the people, and I think very soon it's going to start the audition for the music.
Okay.
So it's very soon. Yeah.
Now when people like the musicians will be okay, they will start to do it. Message from Fatima Alhashmi to the youngest generation to respect academic music, to love more classical academic music to the youngest generation. What would you tell now to them?
Well, I always say that I have two goals being in the music field. So the first one is to help build the infrastructure of the performing arts field in general, which is especially in the music field of the UAE. And the second goal is to be a good example for the next generation, that you have to work on your talent no matter what, because first of all, it's your passion. And secondly, it's going to be your future, as my father advised me.
Okay, that's very nice message. Thank you a lot, Fatima.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure to have you here.
Likewise.
I wish you success in your concerts that you will have soon. And I hope to see you soon
Thank
again.
you so much. Sure.
Thank you, Fatima.
Thank you.
Shukran.